Hello everyone in the internet and otherwise, and welcome to the announcement for the 2022 Hat Fall season. We're so excited to be sharing this with you live on Facebook. We had a little technical difficulty with the app, but hopefully you can all see me, and we're coming to you live for this very special exclusive announcement. I want to start by just thanking everyone who's been so supportive through this summer season. We've had a great start to the season, and we've got one more show coming at you at the end of August, The Happy Prince. We're thick in the middle of preparation for it, and this is the third time during the pandemic alone that we've tried to bring it back, so we're so excited to have it coming up, and I hope you book your tickets soon. Now, before we get going with the big announcement and all of the show details, I want to take a moment to thank everybody who is a Radical Access donor. Your support absolutely means the world, and not only your financial support, but also your insight and communication as we've been figuring out the best way to move forward. As you may have heard at our summer shows so far, we're at a bit of a transition now. The pandemic is theoretically over in terms of government support at least, but we're certainly still in the thick of it, and complications continue to arise with every show that we do, and costs, as I'm sure everyone knows, continue to rise. So we've been looking at the model that has been working for the past 2 years. We're trying to figure out ways to adapt and evolve so that Radical Access can continue to prioritize making sure that our productions are accessible to everybody in our community. And thanks to the feedback from our donors, especially in our recent survey, we think we have a way forward that we're going to experiment with through the fall season. So before I go forward, on the note of the survey, I'd like to announce the winner of a $250 flavor gift certificate, which was eligible to anyone who is a donor, who had the opportunity to fill out this survey to give us their thoughts, their feedback, and then we randomly selected one winner for this very special prize, and that winner is Dale Andrews. So Dale, if you're watching, congratulations. We'll send you an email, give you a call, make sure you hear. But thank you, and thank you to everybody who took the time to give us your thoughts. So based on that feedback and what we've been working out internally, we will be announcing a bit of a shift for our Radical Access program, which again will continue to prioritize accessibility, and that will start with The Happy Prince this August, and then continue through our fall season for the 3 main stage productions that are about to be announced. The biggest shift is that we are going to be moving to a pay-what-you-can model. So for every main stage productions, we'll have a variety of price points for recommended donations, and whatever price point best matches your budget, you can select when you book your tickets online or at the box office. So we'll have our sort of recommended standard price, which would line up with what we normally would have charged in the pre-pandemic world. There's also going to be lower price points, higher price points. If you have the means and you're able to donate a little bit extra and help people who otherwise couldn't afford to make up that difference, that would be amazing. But also any current Radical Access donors or anyone in need who isn't able to afford any ticket price will still have access to free tickets for all main stage productions. So we'll go through that in more detail later, but keep that in mind when you're booking your tickets. We want to make sure that everybody who wants to come, is able to bring their friends, and it is through the donations of so many people across Cape Breton and North America that we're able to do that. We're also supported this season, which is again an incredible support, which allows us to make these accessible decisions possible. And I would like to also thank funding through the Heritage of Department of Canada, as well as the Province of Nova Scotia and the Canada Council for the Arts. All of these 3 productions coming up have received some level of support from one of those organizations. And again, it just helps us to make sure we can continue to produce professional theater here in Cape Breton, right in downtown Sydney, and that we are able to offer these accessible prices. So without further ado, I'd like to get started with the 3 main stage productions, and then we'll go forward. There's a few extra bonuses as well. So starting with our September show, this is a show that has been in development through our programming for probably 3 years, since before the pandemic started. It's a brand new script by incredible Nova Scotian artist. He's directed for us before. His plays have been produced twice before. And I am talking about Dartmouth's own Michael McPhee as a brand new science fiction dystopian futuristic world coming to you live at the Hat Stage in a new play called The Proletariat. It's a really riveting starkly funny and all too timely look at the world, how we interact with each other, how we interact with things like Facebook and the algorithms that control our lives. And anyone who's paying attention is going to be really, really excited, I think, to see some things that they've never seen before on the Hat stage. That will be, as I've said, written and will be directed by Michael McPhee, and we're so excited to welcome him back to the Hat. More on that soon, as that will be coming September 13th to 18th, so it's coming right around the corner, and we'll have some more announcements about that very soon. So stay tuned for The Proletariat this September. Next, in October, we're very excited for the Neswatsi Collective, Storytelling Collective production. This is a amazing, amazing one-woman show that I had the privilege of seeing earlier this year, and we've been really excited to bring to the Hat stage. It's by Shailin Chowdhury, one of Nova Scotia's, I'd say, eminent spoken word poets and Indigenous storytellers. She's done a few different productions, and this is one that I think is going to touch and move everyone's heart. It is called Gokum. It actually took place a few different productions. It's coming to Ship's Company Theatre next week, and earlier this year it was at Neptune Theatre as well. So we're so excited to be able to welcome them to Unama'ki, to Cape Breton, to Sydney, and Shailin Chowdhury will be hitting our stage October 13th to 16th. So stay tuned. There'll be some more announcements for that as well. It's really, really going to be wonderful. The last main stage production, which is included under Radical Access, is again something that I'm sure will be a familiar title for many of you, and this is coming in November, updated adaptation of Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice, adapted and directed by the one and only Lindsay Thompson, who is no stranger to the Hat stage, both behind the scenes and on the planks of the stage. If you're a Jane Austen fan, if you're a romantic comedy fan, if you're just someone who likes language and loves witty wordplay and hilarious banter, this is going to be one that you're going to absolutely treasure. And we're really excited because it's got a big, bold cast. It'll be all cast locally and all based on our auditions, which are coming up very soon. I'll be talking about it in a second. No parts have been cast, and it's a 14-person show. So we're very excited about that and really excited to get some new people up on the stage. Those are our main stage shows for this fall. We cannot wait. We're really, really excited. I'll talk about auditions in a second, but again, for everyone who is currently a Radical Access donor, you'll be getting an email with all of those dates. And tickets for all 3 main stage shows will go on sale for free for our donors starting next week, with our $50 a month plus donors being available on Monday. On Wednesday, it'll be our $25 a month donors. And then on Friday, anyone who donates $5 a month or more. The following week, being the 3rd week of August, tickets will go on sale for anybody and everybody in the public. And again, we'll be instituting our new pay what you can model. So you can pick the price point that makes the best sense to you. It will be for a donation, meaning you will get a tax receipt for whatever you pay at the end of the year. So realistically, you're actually going to be getting about 50% of it back, which is, again, part of our new Radical Access model. And hopefully it makes it more comfortable for you. It makes it more comfortable for us and ensures that everybody can get to see all of our shows on the main stage. As an extra bonus for our Radical Access donors, this fall we are trying something new. We are going to have a one-night-only bonus concert of an incredible, up-and-coming, incredible musical group called Lunar Bloom. They're coming to us for one night only from Ontario, and it will be a free concert. All tickets are absolutely free. And our donors will be the first ones who have a kick at the can to book their tickets. So again, if you're a monthly donor, if you've made a donation in the past year, you'll get an email to book for that. And if there are any tickets left, we'll open it up to the public as well. They're going to do a free workshop the night before on vocalizing and harmony. And then we'll have some special guests as well for that concert. That's coming up in September on the 21st. Now, there's a few other things I have to talk about. First of all, we are so thrilled. Once again, we'll be having a whole semester of classes from ages 5 and up at the Hat Academy, and we'll be making an announcement next week with all of our classes, and registration will go online. Most notably, after the massive success of last fall's experiment with this, we will be doing a fall Hat Academy showcase. That will include all ages that are involved in the Hat resident company programs, as well as perhaps some special guests and soloists. And that will be the very end of November, November 24th to 26th. We'll be having a absolutely incredible showcase with probably about 100 people on stage. That is not part of Radical Access this year, but we will have tickets available for purchase soon. And anyone who's in the show will, of course, get comps. So if you want to get on stage and you can't wait and you can't even wait to audition, you can always sign up for the resident company programs at the Hat Academy, and you'll get up on stage singing, dancing, acting, doing it all. And we're really excited for, once again, a chance for all of our youth, our kids, and our young at heart. You might not know, but we have classes all the way up to as old as you can make it through the doors. So whatever age you are, if you've ever thought about performing, we'd love to see you there at the Hat Academy, and stay tuned for more information about all of our classes, but especially the Hat Resident Company. There's two more things I'm very excited to mention, and again, these are not included in Radical Access, but they are part of our bonus season, and both of them are long stays here at the Hat, and we're so excited to be getting, again, a little bit more and more back to normal all the time. The first announcement is probably not a surprise, as I suspect many people have already had a hunch that this might be coming back. We had to take a year off because of the pandemic, but last year we were back in action. And once again, this Christmas, we will be bringing back our incredible production of Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol. That will be coming at you early December. And once again, it is not included in Radical Access, but Radical Access donors will have early access to book the best seats in the house. So definitely stay tuned for information about that. I know it's only August, but believe me, I know things are going to go so quickly. We're going to snap our fingers, and we're going to be getting into all of our Christmas traditions. Last but not least, on October 29th, after a couple of false starts for the past year, again, we will finally be bringing back one of my favorite parts of the Hat, and that is the Confidential Musical Theater Project. If you haven't heard, I encourage you to ask your friends, give us a message. This is something we used to do 3 times a year, and hopefully this will be the start of a reintroduction to this great tradition. We'll pick a Broadway musical. You won't know what it is. We'll cast it with a whole bunch of incredible people. They'll independently rehearse at home. We come together the day of the show, and everybody has to make it happen for the first and last time in front of a live audience. It's spectacular. It's astounding. Sometimes it's a train wreck, but everyone's laughing and everyone has an amazing time seeing a show that otherwise you would not be able to see on the Hat stage. So we're really excited about that, and more details will be coming soon, again, with early access going to Radical Access donors. Now, the last thing I think I promised I would mention is auditions. And we have a lot of casting to do, not just in the season that I've just announced, if you can believe it, but also in our 2023 season, which we're already thinking about. But in particular, we are looking to cast roles for Pride and Prejudice, A Christmas Carol, as well as the Confidential Musical Theatre Project. So if you are interested in any of those things, or potentially being considered to be a soloist for our Hat Academy showcase, we would love to see you at our auditions. Information is already on our website, so you can check, and we'll link once we finish this update. But you can definitely get all the information there. Auditions for live auditions will be August 21st, so it's only a few weeks away, but hopefully it gives you time to prepare. It'll be a general audition, and if we may ask you to read for specific roles, especially for Pride and Prejudice, which is going to be starting rehearsals pretty soon in September. So if you're already asking and biting at or chomping at the bit, is that the expression? You can check out our website right now, get all the information, submit. You can also do a video audition if you're not in town that day. I know a lot of people are at cottages or vacationing, so we'd love to see you. We'd love to consider you, and we can't wait to see new and familiar faces at the auditions and then up on our stages. Hopefully this is going to be our first fall in a while where we can actually plan with some certainty, and hopefully there'll be no more surprises. And we really are so excited to get back into a bit more of a groove, have some really exciting shows. And again, thanks to all of our donors, thanks to our sponsors, thanks to our government partners, have those shows be radically accessible and move things a little bit more towards normal, while still making sure that nobody misses out and that everybody gets to see these incredible shows.